Alright boys, today is the day. Gonna go ahead and get a little cold start going here. Got the welds mounted. Gonna go ahead, let this car warm up, do a little bit of a POV drive. I'm gonna show you guys what this car looks like. Can hear me, I'm gonna let this car warm up. We'll do a little bit of POV drive. I'm gonna show you guys what this thing looks like, man, because it looks crazy. Now, I can't do any hard pulls, I can't go watt because I'm still breaking in the clutch, but I did do a little bit of like a second to not, like maybe top of third gear pull. Not really, but I felt it a little bit. Oh my God, does this car pull with the tires. I cannot wait to go ahead and give you guys like a hard pulls reaction video when everything's buttoned up and dialed in. I do gotta do some maintenance to the car though before Texas 2K. I'll get into that when we get to the spot, when I show you guys what the car looks like on the setup. But yeah, let's get right into I guess the POV drive. Hear all the blow off bugs, noises like bouncing off the trees, the walls on the side, everything, the cars. Hope you guys enjoy. I did change my GoPro orientation, so hopefully you guys see a lot more of a wide angle. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That's kind of like a perfect, I guess, representation of what this car sounds like. Like, kind of like, not really hard getting on it. I don't know. So this is gonna be the first and the last time that I go ahead and use anything other than, well, technically this is gonna be the first time I'm switching to Motorcraft and not going to anything else, because there's some like Edo Brock MSD coil packs in here. I mean, they lasted for, I think maybe realistically they lasted for 2 months driving, but switching to OEM. these turns kind of fast. This is not the BRZ. The fact that I have like a radial in the back right now, it's kind of like floaty in the back, but it's not that bad. But I definitely should not be doing any type of turns in this car at all. Spun a little bit there, just a little bit. You gotta warm the tires up a little bit. That's gonna be like the only time I'm gonna do like a pull with this car a little bit. I'm not gonna do that again. But oh my god. Gotta lean into there right there. It's fun just a tad, but it wants to go. Here it is, fellas. This is the new setup with the new Edge. Let me know what y'all think. As you guys can see here, we have some Weld S71s. These are 15x10, 6.5 inch back spacing, wrapped in a Mickey Thompson ET Street SS 275/60/15. As you guys can see, it really does fill out the wheel well, pretty well. Same thing on this side, obviously. And now the only way I can fit a 60 on this car, technically a 28-inch tire, is because this car is on Roush suspension. And they don't make Roush suspension for these cars anymore, I believe. Now, the Roush suspension on these cars only drops these cars about an inch max, maybe even half an inch. So I can fit a 28-inch tall tire very easily. Now, there is no rubbing at all, even under Watt. I did a slight pull, checked the tires, and there is no rubbing. The only time you actually will rub, as you guys can see here, there was some slight rubbing. The only time I did rub is when I actually had the other street setup in the back of the car and I took a very sharp turn, a right turn. That's the only time I rubbed slightly. But obviously, when the weight's offset, you might rub. Now, I originally was gonna go ahead and get Weld fronts and wrap those in some skinnies, but honestly, I'm thinking that a 17-inch S71, same thing we have in the back, would look good in the front and kind of finish the look off. So I think I'm actually gonna go that route instead. I actually saw the Weld fronts in person before on an S197 Mustang, or I should say an S550 Mustang, and I actually didn't really like them that much. Even though it might look a little bit better on a new edge, I think I'm just gonna play it safe like I did with the S71s, and I'm really, really glad I did. And just get the same matching wheels in the front. Let me know what you guys think. Another walk around. But these tires are, they hook up, they get the job done. So you can fit a 60 on these cars if you are lowered like an inch max. I was gonna get a 50, I'm really glad I didn't. I don't think a 50 would look right. Now what I'm really excited for is kind of like the paint correction that's gonna be happening on this car in the next couple of days. Really gonna go ahead and tie everything together because kind of have a different shade of white going on here, but overall I think the car looks really, really good with this setup right now. This is actually technically like my dream drag pack setup. I didn't go with the bead lock, even though some people told me to get a bead lock. I don't think I needed a bead lock yet. The car, when it has the new motor thrown into it, hopefully within the next couple of months it should be done. It'll be around 800, 850 wheel horsepower. Maybe I might upgrade to a bead lock then, but right now, you know, almost 500 wheel, I think, you know, a regular Weld will do just fine. Look at that poke from the front though. Like, it's crazy from the front. Now, something that you guys probably haven't noticed, but I have noticed driving the car, is because this is a 60 tall or a 28-inch tall, I keep saying 60 tall, 28-inch tall in the back, the car actually is a little bit higher in the back than it is in the front. And ironically, this actually allowed a little bit more clearance with the long tube headers. I have BBK long tube headers. I used to scrape on some speed bumps and some kind of angles coming out of my apartment complex, and I no longer scrape anymore because of the kind of the angle the car sits now. So I guess that's good. You guys can see that it literally kind of dropped the car down in the front a little bit, but it kind of raised up the headers in the back, if that kind of makes sense. But in my personal opinion, I mean, this stance goes crazy with this car. It goes absolutely crazy. I really like the way it looks. Really, really like the way it looks. Let me know what you guys think. And with the cowl hood, whew, Welds in the back. Now, so I was saying previously, like in the intro of this video, I do need to go ahead and do some maintenance with this car for preparation for Texas 2K. I need to get brand new spark plugs. I need to get new coil packs, because the coil packs I have in the car are some Edelbrock MSD coils. I need to go ahead and just get forward motorcraft. If you guys have a New Edge Mustang or a Mustang in general, just get motorcraft. They are expensive, but there's a reason, because that's what this motor likes. So I definitely need to go ahead and swap those over. I need to get some brand new spark plugs, just for, you know, preventive maintenance. And I'm also going to actually end up upgrading my intercooler as well. I have a Treadstone intercooler on the way. This intercooler I could use with the new Supercharger setup. I have a Vortech V1 Ti trim on here. I can use that with a Procharger F1A94 if I want to. So I'm going to go ahead and get the intercooler installed as well. And I'm actually going to go ahead and run a different Supercharger pulley on this car. I'm actually going to go up a size with an upgraded intercooler to kind of offset the boost. So the car technically should make a little bit more power, but at the same time it'll be a little bit safer because it would make less boost but with a more efficient intercooler setup. So definitely something I need to do. But yeah, I want to kind of go ahead and show you guys the new setup for the car. Honestly, I think this was the move. I know Weld just dropped a new S81 that's kind of like a split spoke 5 design, but I think these go hard. Let me know what y'all think, man. So yeah, you guys enjoyed? Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram, Ears POV, link at the top of the description. Catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.